A woman woke up with a pounding headache, her body feeling heavy and sluggish. As she shifted slightly, she was shocked to find an undressed stranger lying next to her. WTF? She jolted awake, freezing in place. How did she ended up in a stranger's bed? Then, a terrifying realization hit her. She was undressed too. Just then, Alexander Leonhardt stirred, his dark eyes fluttering open and locking onto the woman's. Wow, last night was incredible. Want to keep going? Alex sat up casually, completely at ease, his flawless body on full display. He grabbed a bottle of water from the bedside table and offered it to her. Here, drink this. You must be thirsty. We can pick up where we left off if you're up for it. Unable to contain her fear and anger any longer, the woman's hand moved on its own, slapping him hard across the face. Who are you? How did I end up here? What have you done to me? Alex blinked, his cheeks stinging from the slap. He looked at the woman in front of him, a mesmerizing beauty with silky hair and a body that radiated perfection. Her face was a storm of anger and panic, but her very presence made his desire stir once again. You, Sophia Lancaster screamed in despair. You better tell me who you are. Calm down. Alex stared at her. You ran to me and asked me to sleep with you. Don't you remember? Impossible, Sophia denied, shaking her head vehemently. It was impossible that she would chase after a man, especially a stranger. You must have done something to me. She felt the rough texture of the blanket against her bare skin. Confusion and fear swirled in her mind as she looked around the room, her eyes darting frantically. The man's old military backpack and plain clothes caught her attention. Nothing in this hotel room indicated wealth. The smartphone on the nightstand was a cheap one with a cracked screen. With one glance, Sophia realized the man she had slept with was far from wealthy. Just an ordinary man who struggled daily to make ends meet. Watch your accusations, Alex said calmly. I'm a gentleman, and I would never force anyone. You were the one who came to me, hugged me, kissed me, and begged me to sleep with you. Liar. Sophia's eyes wide opened in agony. This is my hotel room. You can check the CCTV if you want, see if you came here, or if I kidnapped you. Sophia didn't believe a word the man was saying. But suddenly, a memory flashed before her eyes. She was supposed to have a meeting with Calvin Lecter, the CEO of a rival company, to discuss the ongoing price war that was causing her business to suffer. She had thought they were meeting to find a solution, but it turned out Calvin had nasty intentions from the start. He had dragged her, hoping to take advantage of her. She remembered managing to escape with the help of his bodyguard, but as she ran from them, she stumbled across a man opening a door. Desperate, she had hoped to hide in his room for a while, but the drag Calvin had given her was a potent aphrodisiac, which made her desires flare uncontrollably. A sudden sharp headache hit Sophia as the memories flooded back. Oh no, how could this happen? Do you remember now? Alex smirked. You were the one begging. Shut up. Sophia's face turned bright red with shame and fury. Under the drag's influence, everything had seemed to make sense at the time, but now, everything felt so wrong. Tisk. Listen, I'm a gentleman, Alex offered sincerely, trying to make amends. I took your virginity. I'll marry you. How about that? Sophia scoffed, her disbelief mixing with disgust. You want to marry me? Do you even know who I am? She was one of the top beauties in Vancouver, with a rising career as a young CEO. Wealthy men were something she'd never run out of, and yet here was this poor man, trying to use this situation to bind her with marriage. He was clearly just another parasite, hoping to latch onto a wealthy woman like her and live off her success. Well, I just arrived in Vancouver this afternoon, so I don't know anyone here yet, Alex said earnestly. But I can assure you, you won't need to worry about anything for the rest of your life if you marry me. Sophia scoffed again, her disdain clear. With your old military backpack and those scars on your body, I guess you're some low-rank soldier, just returned from a war zone. Your 1 month's salary wouldn't even cover my expenses for a single day. And you dare ask to marry me? Sophia was furious. How shameless this man was. Believe me, Alex said, his voice low and firm, I'm not what you think. I'm more powerful than any man you've ever met. You're truly unruly, uneducated, and nothing more than a frog in a well, thinking you're so great. Sophia scoffed with disdain. That's why I despise talking to someone as lowly as you. Alex chuckled. Believe me, I am trying to be honest here. You? A powerful man? She sneered, glaring at him with utter disgust. You can't even begin to understand how powerful I am or the people I've encountered who are far more powerful than you. They could erase you with just a sneer. Alex laughed. The powerful men you know might be the ones seeking my favor, pleading for me to marry their daughters just to stay in my good graces. Trust me, you're incredibly lucky to have crossed paths with me. What a braggart. Sophia rolled her eyes in disgust. She wanted nothing more than to throw something at his smug face. How shameless could he be, pretending to be so powerful when all he had was an old military backpack? You might pretend not to know me and try to bind me with marriage just to get my money, Sophia retorted. But I warn you, that's never going to happen. If my family finds out I slept with a poor man like you you'll be erased from this world. So you'd better keep your mouth shut and forget everything that happened here. I don't want to hear another word from you. Now, get out of this room, she demanded, her eyes blazing with fury. But Alex tried to protest. This was his room. Now. Yet, seeing the fury in Sophia's wide eyes, he chose not to argue. He quietly put on his clothes, grabbed his old military backpack, and looked at Sophia one last time. Get out. Sophia's yelled at the top of her lung. All right. In the elevator, Alex sighed, running a hand through his hair. He knew the woman was under the influence of a cruel aphrodisiac, one that would end her life if she didn't sleep with a man within the hour. If there were any other way to save her, he would have done it already. But that kind of sinister poison had no antidote. What the hell have I done? I came here to meet my fiancée, but before even meeting her, I've already slept with another woman. Maybe this is what they call a legendary bachelor party. As Alex walked out from the elevator into the lobby, it was around 5 in the morning. The hotel was quiet, with only a few people scattered around. Yet, as he crossed the lobby, a group of men in black, about 40 of them, suddenly appeared, forming 2 lines and bowing deeply as he passed. He glanced at them with little interest, his expression one of boredom, as if this was something he was long tired of. A middle-aged man stepped forward from the group, kneeling before him in a knight-like stance. I am Alfred Kingston, at your service, young master, the man declared with reverence.